And we are back again in MSFS, back again to continue our, flight across the USA by prop, where last time we started our flight across the USA by prop, where we got to here, Tallman, in the place where it is. Was it Pennsylvania? I can't remember where it is.
Somewhere.
Yeah, it's somewhere. And we're going to be flying from here in Tallman to Akron Canton Regional Airport, which is in Ohio. And we've switched planes, as we're going to do on this adventure. This time in the X-Cub, which has handily been fitted with Tundra wheels, because taking off on this grass would have been interesting without them. I'm joined on this adventure by someone in an identical plane to me, and that's a Crispy. Hello, Crispy.
Hello.
So you picked these Tundra wheel things, so if it all goes wrong, it's your fault.
Yeah.
I've already nosedived into the ground just trying to taxi this thing. So taking off and then doing the flying thing is going to be interesting for sure. Good morning to SimHub, by the way. Right then, so we've got to take off that way towards the sun. And it's difficult because in order to taxi, you've got to release the brakes like halfway. So it's a bit of a balancing act. And obviously being the tail dragger, you won't be able to see where you're going. So trying to turn and end up where you want to go is interesting. And then you're not going to be able to actually see where you're going until you've accelerated enough to be able to get the back off the ground. So this is going to be a challenge for sure. But we'll see.
Are we doing a synchronized takeoff, or?
I think just a takeoff would be enough of a challenge. Oh god, I can't get this thing moving.
You can also quickly tap the brakes.
Yeah. Oh no 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 no. Oh, that's the challenge.
Ooh.
Okay.
And
So a slight turn.
there we go.
Right, I'm just going to head in that general direction, or I'm just going to full power it. In theory, these things shouldn't take much.
Oh, no, you only have to get up to about 50 knots.
To get off the ground. Right, there we go. I will. Okay, I'm in the air. I'm going to manually turn. So I'm flying in roughly the direction we want to be flying in.
500, 500. Okay.
I may be clear. Right, there's Crisp down there. Okay. I may... It's actually flying quite well without...
New York Center Sims 17 is at 1,200 feet, climbing 6,000 feet.
Sims 17 New York Center altimeter 30.03. Continue to MARTT as planned.
Right. We should now
A chokehold
have
was
it
the last
hopefully
thing expected.
following
Trooper
our
Dane
line.
Larkin landed with a jarring thump in a place.
She should turn slightly. I think we're okay.
Sims 17 contact New York Center on 132.2. Good day.
Right, so 100 knots.
132.2 Sims 17.
Crispy's over there.
New York Center Sims 17 is passing 1,900 feet, climbing 6,000 feet.
I'm not going to 6,000 feet.
Sims 17 New York Center altimeter 30.04. Continue to MARTT as planned. Southwest 3089er, contact New York Center on 132.5. Good day.
Right, RPM's a bit high. Let's just bring that prop pitch back.
Going to 132.5 Southwest 3089er.
And you could go off.
Right, well, it's following the nav. It's maintaining my desired height. I'm pretty much flat out at 107 knots.
New York Center, Delta 2300 is passing flight level 260, descending 2,600 feet.
We should be good.
Delta 2300.
Right, let's look at where we are in the country.
As planned. Sims 17, please expedite your climb to 6,000 feet.
So, first time we took off from over here on the... Oh, no, it's a view one. On the east coast of the USA. So there's Manhattan and New York. And flew into PS00. This time flying over here to KCAC. So over the coming weeks and however long it takes, the aim is to fly to the west coast in prop aircraft. Autopilot's on.
Good day.
So Crispy's back there.
I lost you. Oh, you're there.
I'm there. God, that looks good. Hi, Silas.
132.5 southwest, 2775.
It does look slightly weird with the huge Tundra wheels on it. Landing is going to be a challenge for sure.
Sims 17, please
Yeah, 'cause
expedite
they're
your
extra
climb to
bouncy.
6,000 feet.
Yeah, I'm not climbing to 6,000 feet. That's not happening. So what we'll do is we'll cancel
New
IFR.
York Center, Sims 17. Cancel IFR at this time.
Don't know why I'm speaking with a woman's voice, but
17 IFR flight plan is
Harrisburg approach Sims 17 is type Cubcrafter CC 19 1 miles southeast of 5 Papa Sierra 5, 2,000 feet. Request flight following.
Sims 17 Harrisburg approach. Squawk 1766.
Squawk 1766
realised
Sims
I
17.
didn't actually put any fuel in.
Sims 17 radar contact.
But we're okay. We should be fine on fuel.
Altimeter 30.03.
Roger, Sims 17.
It just looks. Look at it. How can people still be playing the the X-planes when this looks this good?
Yeah, the fact that you get this as default as well.
Yeah. Even though we haven't got any clouds, if we did have clouds, they would certainly look a lot better than the X-plane clouds.
It's a very clear day at the moment.
Yeah. One thing I've realised, which is why this may shift to a Tuesday, alternating with OMSI, is if we carry on doing this on a Sunday lunchtime, because it's in real time, as we get further west, the time shifts. So if we did it at midday on a Sunday, by the time we get to the west coast, they're 8 hours behind. So that's going to be 4 a.m. It's going to be dark.
Yeah. And the issue with that is...
So I'm thinking maybe 1 week do it on a Sunday, and the other week do it on a Tuesday. So alternating with OMSI, possibly. We'll see.
I haven't really done much night flying in this.
No, I think we did something. I think we did something in a jet across to Scandinavia when it first came out. Because then at the approach at night was really good. I certainly want to do some more jet stuff, but probably going to wait until the big update coming in November, because we get the A310 then, don't we?
Yeah.
And that should hopefully be good. And we get the DC-3. Where are we flying to? We are flying to Akron Canton Regional Airport in Ohio.
Oh, let me just check something. That one.
It's quite nice that the X-Cub has got autopilot. Hi, Kevin.
It's also very stable without it.
It was, yeah, for me it was flying perfectly fine until I put the autopilot on. I could have actually just trimmed it nicely and it would have been fine.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm just letting it fly in a straight line.
Hopefully 2,000 feet is going to be enough to keep us clear of these hilly things up here. We should be good. Fingers crossed. But yeah, it looks quite nice. Fuel is on the left tank, so I've got to be careful of the fuel. But it's not a very long flight. Does that say? Yeah, left tank. We're on left tank at the moment. Don't want to switch it to off really. So prop pitch is all the way forward. Throttle's pretty much all the way forward. Mixtures in. Looking quite nice. Heading west. With a big thing between my legs.
Yep.
So yeah, we certainly like get more people to that was words, wasn't it? Certainly like to get more people to join us on these group flights. Which we will eventually set a timetable to. It's quite a nice chill thing to do on a Sunday lunchtime, which by the time we get all the way west, it's not going to be dark, but in theory we can just tweak the time anyway. So yeah, doing this on a Sunday is quite nice and chilled.
Didn't actually realise we had a command for flight, but
yeah, we used to be organised.
yeah.
So yeah, we started off in the 172 X-Cub this time. So I don't know what else there is as D4 aircraft that's got a nav. Oh, sorry, autopilot.
Quite a few actually.
Well, I don't think we've ever done a flight in the X-Cub.
No.
I just wondered what the notification was in Discord. I actually quite like that. That's quite cool.
Yeah. And when you agree to it and get the DM, you can set up a reminder for an hour before.
Yeah. Alright, what's over there? I thought that said MILF Town. It doesn't say MILF Town. It says Miffin Town, which is just as bad. It doesn't. No, that's a whole... It's not a town full of MILFs. E-Golf is that way. You can fly in... Oh, that's quite cool. You can fly in, have a game of golf, fly out. Or is that the electric Volkswagen?
Yeah.
Or is that the Golf E? Is that the E-Golf or the Golf E? It's E-Golf, isn't it?
No idea. I also seem to be descending very slowly.
Oh, that's not a good thing. Yeah, you are 1,800 feet. Oh, you're climbing again now.
Yeah, I just need to trim it a bit.
Golf in Yorkshire. That'd be the E-Up Golf, wouldn't it? Which Volkswagen have got the Yorkshire car, isn't it? The E-Up. Right, I have to keep my eye on the fuel. We're okay at the moment. So in theory, this should be a 2 hour, or just under 2 hours, an hour and 56-minute flight. But knowing the MSFS, it doesn't get any flight timings right. This is a moment saying hour and a minute to the next waypoint, M-Art. So if I look at the map and see where that is, well, that ain't going to be an hour to there, is it? Unless that was a minute. Could be a minute. That's where we're going. Ding, 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 and then all the way down there to KCAC. So we should turn slightly when we get to... yeah, that was a minute. Not an hour. It was close. It was nearly there. Explorer X Cub Special
Doesn't mind
Edition.
them catching you.
So there's a blanking plate there. So obviously whoever spec this aircraft is like cheapskated out because there's blanking. You got some blanking plings over here, some fuses, some more fuse. Oh, we're turning. Some fuse blanks over here, and something could go there. Obviously that's our backup instruments. Yeah, 27 miles to the next one to blink. That mound of like tall muddy stuff, the ground thing some people would call it, looks quite tall in front of me.
You can get over it.
Trying to zoom in on the plane. Those are certainly big wheels. Landing is going to be a challenge.
I hope at some point they'll add proper dirt physics. Because they did it with water, so...
Yeah.
So it's actually more difficult to land on dirt than on tarmac.
So Crispy's back there at 2-3. Sun's coming up. Bit of a light show going on here where obviously the prop's spinning. Makes staying in the aircraft slightly more difficult. I think that's because the sun's directly behind me.
Do you want to climb a bit?
Yeah, that'd be fine.
Are you sure?
Yeah, it'd be fine. We got big wheels. If it hits the ground, we just bounce off stuff. Okay, it might be a bit close. It has got space hoppers for wheels. I'm getting slightly concerned.
Yeah, I would pull up a bit.
That was close. That was very, very close.
Sims 17 contact New York Center on 134.8.
That was definitely close. There were tire marks on
Going
top
to
of those
13
trees.
For decimal 8, Sims 17. New York Center, Sims 17, 2,000 feet.
Sims 17 New York Center altimeter 30.04. Continue to blink as planned.
No?
I do like the fact that the ATC, you could tell it was over a radio and probably a little bit far away. There are little tweaks they're doing to this that just make it so good. So I'm looking forward to the DC-3 coming out in November. Looking forward to doing some jet stuff in the A310. Did we get a helicopter? Is that part of the November thing?
Yeah.
So that's going to have to be a thing. What can possibly go wrong with that? So if I bring my mixture back a little tiny bit, we might gain a little bit of speed. Wow, 1 knot. Oh no, 2 knots. That's to make all the difference. Flat out now doing 110. The flaps aren't down, are they? Where's my flappy lever? We've got a flappy lever?
It's up on your left. They were down, weren't they?
They were down. I didn't touch them though.
But we spawned on the runway.
Yeah. Okay, now I'm gaining a bit of speed. That's more like it. 120 now. I didn't think it was slow. I just got know it's a small aircraft, but I just spotted the flaps were sort of down slightly.
Bing. Fuel imbalance. Oh, it's 2 tanks.
It is 2 tanks.
Fuel selector. Right. That'll be why I was slowly turning.
So did it warn you on the screen then you had a fuel imbalance?
Yeah, underneath the altitude. Although I'm using the one of the modded panel things,
Oh, okay.
so I don't know if it will come up for you. I don't know which one this is.
Okay, this
It could be a 3000.
ground looks a little bit close.
I don't think you're going to make it over that one.
Only one way to find out.
I think there's an airport up there as well.
Hilling International.
Uh,
500.
Yeah, there was loads of room there.
They're cutting it close today, aren't you?
Now I'm going to climb.
What, you don't feel safe about the next ones?
No.
Yeah, 500. Some idiot put a mountain in the way.
They did. Oh god, there's more ridges over there as well. Yeah, I think climbing was probably a good idea.
127, contact Cleveland Center on 121.2. Good day. (121.2) United 2127.
What is this? Is it the 3X or is it the 3000?
Southwest
The
269, contact
3X.
New York Center
Yeah.
on 132.2. Good day.
Oh, it's descending. Don't descend.
132.2 Southwest 26901.
Get a job, put your dreams on hold.
Okay, why would you suddenly descend? Don't do that. Come on, climb. No, that's not climbing, is it? That's descending. Come on, plane. Do the climby thing. There we go. We're fine. Slight moment of panic. Hopefully now I can get back up to 2,500 before I get to this next ridge.
You easily can.
Oh wow, you're all down at 1,500. Blimey.
Yeah, I'm flying along the trees.
That looks nice. A mountain hideaway up over the mountains. Not really very much of a hideaway, is it, to make it public?
My fuel's balancing itself now. Although I don't even know where the fuel level is.
United 2409er, contact Cleveland Center
I've got
on
the right.
121.2.
Yeah, I'm using 13.6 gallons an hour. Yeah, I think I should have enough fuel, hopefully.
Going to 121.2, United 2409er.
There we go, perfectly over that ridge.
Sims 17, contact Cleveland Center on 121.2.
So mountain hideaway down there.
Going to 121.2 Sims 17. Cleveland Center, Sims 17, 2,400 feet.
Sims 17, Cleveland Center, altimeter 30.04. Continue to blink as planned.
Hilling International down there. It's definitely quite foresty around here. So 5 miles to our next destination, which is Blink. Holding at 2,500 feet. Did the ATC say blink as planned? Yeah, continue to blink as planned.
Cleveland Center, generic November 36615 is at 5,900 feet.
Usually a good
descending
idea.
2,900 feet. Generic November 36615, Cleveland Center, altimeter 30.04. Continue as planned.
And I plan to blink. Yeah, you got to put it in the diary. It's actually, was it? Yeah, I think it was called Blink. A really good Doctor Who episode in the Matt Smith era. It was called Blink. It was so well done. All about these statues that were basically attacking people, and they only moved when you blinked. So whenever you closed your eyes, they moved. And it was one of those episodes that was like, oh, holy crap. It was so well done. Cove Valley is up there at 15 miles. 2.3 miles, 2.2 miles to Blink. So there it is on the map. Now we should turn slightly when we get to that.
United 2409er, contact Cleveland Center on 128.45. Good day.
Stream's coming up after this. Back on Tuesday with some...
United 2064, contact
trying to talk,
Cleveland
ATC.
Center on 124.4. Good day.
Back on Tuesday with some OMSI on the Berlin X10 map. Wednesday is going to be back in Train Sim Classic.
128.45, United 2409er.
Wednesday's back in... I keep getting interrupted by the ATC. Train Sim back on Wednesday in Train Sim Classic.
124 decimal for United 2064.
The Weeping Angels, that's the one. With Mittenwald Barn on Wednesday. Thursday is going to be First Look Thursday. Playing as Dusk Falls, which we found out last night is also multiplayer. So I'm going to try it on Thursday in single player. If it's any good, which I'm thinking it is going to be quite good, it may even be that next Sunday lunchtime we'll do it in multiplayer. So that's next Thursday. Next Friday night, some golfing with idiots. Next Saturday lunchtime, Train Sim World 2. We're going to be looking at the main Spessart barn route. And then next Sunday, yeah, if as dusk falls is good. We'll do some of that in multiplayer next Sunday. Indeed, Maeve. Well, no, I had a sausage sandwich at... what time was that? At 10 o'clock, I think. I haven't quite planned
Let's get some nice fluffy clouds.
I haven't quite planned what food is later on yet. Uh-oh. Oh, that stuttered for a second.
Ooh.
Right, Chris down there at 2,300. This is quite built up down here.
Cleveland Center United 21 Tree Tree is passing
One of those
point
towns, I can imagine they'd be quite nice.
27,400 feet.
Right by the river,
United
right in
21 Tree Tree,
a
Cleveland
valley.
Center, continue as planned.
I imagine that's just one of those awesome places in the USA to live. Forestry all around you, walk along the river. Lovely. I am looking forward to my Sunday film. I've done all my ironing, so I can actually just sit and concentrate on the film. Okay, this looks quite hilly up in front.
Be fine.
Right, so we turn 7.4 miles around the next waypoint. Fuel's
Slowly
fine.
Getting closer to you.
X-Cub doing quite well. Similar speed to the 172 actually. I actually thought it'd be a lot slower than this, which is why I wasn't concerned when I was flying with the flaps down. Yeah, that sticky up bit of land, that's a little bit close.
You'll be fine.
Oh, I thought the flashing had stopped then because of the prop. Oh yeah, Crisp is catching up.
Yep. Slightly over revving the engine, but that's fine.
Yeah. Unless you're really into jet aircraft, how can anyone stay with X-Plane?
Okay. My plane's just got very difficult to control.
Ooh, that's a bit bumpy flying over there.
Yeah.
And you're down lower. Bloody hell.
Yep.
500.
I got the 500 warning. Altoona County over there. Cove Valley Airport over there. And 3 miles to the next waypoint.
Powerful negative emotions. Can you survive such periods and learn to thrive? Can you put
Realised it looks like the landing gear is actually sagging.
Yeah, the wheels will angle in slightly so that when the weight of the plane comes down, they'll straighten out. So yeah, they are angled in.
United 21 Tree Tree, contact Cleveland Center on 124.4. Good day.
So they probably, in reality, they would create a lot of drag, those wheels. Especially if, I don't know what we're landing on. I'm guessing it's going to be a tarmac strip. So although we needed them to take off, we don't necessarily need them for landing. And the landing is going to be fine. It's the stopping. That's going to be the fun bit.
Well, you say the landing will be fine.
Well, hopefully it'll be fine.
It's very bouncy.
So even before the stream ended up on my nose.
Let's have a look at the place we're landing at. Yeah, that's definitely tarmac. On how many runways is there?
I didn't think. I just picked somewhere that was a reasonable distance away when I picked it.
It looks like there was 3 runways, but they've converted one to a taxiway.
Oh, okay.
Cleveland Center United
There's 2 there
2630
now.
is at flight level 325, descending 3,500 feet. United 2630 Cleveland Center, continue as planned.
Just talking to the United again.
Yeah. So I think I've said before with this, it's a shame that the ATC doesn't work within a radius, so that you would hear the same thing at the same time as I hear, and I would hear it mention you, and you would hear it mention me. I think that would be quite cool. What if that's something you could turn on for group flights, so that it would just sync the ATC?
Hmm.
Slightly concerned about these hills.
That's exactly where I'm climbing currently. Well, from my POV, it looks like you're about to crash straight into them.
It's going to be close. I don't think I'm going to crash into them. I hope I'm not going to crash into them. Fine on this one.
Generic 615 contact Cleveland Center on 124.4. Good day.
I think if I'd have flown a little bit more to the right, I think I'd have had an issue. But I'm actually just flying through the low points.
Going to 124 for generic 615.
High rounded wings.
Oh wow. When you go over the top and just look down the right ridge, and the sun's just at the very end. Looks so cool.
It does. Lots of little houses down here, nestled in the forests.
But it's quite a big town off to the left of this mountain.
Blue Knob Valley, over to the left. Is that when it's cold? Did I get more jellies? No, I didn't. I forgot. Until this morning, I realised I forgot to order them on the Amazon. I got a couple of bits to order later on, so I'll order some. Wow, that is quite a big town, city.
Altoona.
Okay.
It's got three private airports.
Yeah, you got
2 private, and then the Blue Knob.
Yeah, you got Vickers private there.
Yeah, and then also Elizabeth James.
Blue Knob Valley.
Further down.
Altoona, Blair County down there as well. 13 miles out of Altoona. Got a railway running through it as well, by the looks of things.
Is that what that is?
Yeah, railway running down there.
Oh yeah, you can see the freight yard.
Quite a cool place to live, I should imagine.
United 2630 134.8.
Okay,
Good
now
day.
this hilly bit in front of me definitely looks higher than me.
Oh yeah.
134.8 for United 2630.
Are you climbing?
I'm going to do the climbing thing.
Yes. Bit of a good idea.
Yeah. Especially there's wind turbines on top of these hills as well. I don't want to
Yeah.
go crashing into a wind turbine if I can help it. So up to 3,000 feet.
Look far enough to fly through there. Far enough spread out.
Don't want to go buzzing a wind turbine.
Yeah, it'll be fine. Oh yeah, they're easily spread out.
Sims 17 contact Cleveland Center on 128.45.
That's going to be close to that one.
Good day.
128.45 for Sims 17.
Oh, yeah, okay, that was a bit close.
Cleveland Center, Sims 17, 2,900 feet.
Sims 17 Cleveland Center altimeter 30.06. Continue as planned.
Yeah, easy. Wasn't worried at all. Strict Matter is in front now. So 11 miles from our next waypoint at Wreck. Where's... No, don't want the weather one. Turn the weather off. Have a look at the map then. So Wreck is our next waypoint. So we started off here, made it as far as Wreck, and then we've got to go all the way there to Kakak. So that should be our next waypoint. So that'll give us our total time then remaining, which in theory it should be about an hour. We'll see what happens in 18 miles when we get to Wreck. As long as there's none of the hilly stuff in the way, it'll be fine.
Sunwing 730 contact Cleveland Center on 121.2. Good day.
What is the wreck you're passing? Wreck as in record, not wreck as in ship.
Going to 121.2 Sunwing 730.
Oh, also coming up over the next couple of weeks, I don't know when we're going to fit it in, some MotoGP 22 multiplayer motorbike racing. That's going to go well.
Yeah, it's difficult.
Yeah. Something different.
Because it lets you oversteer.
That's not good on a motorbike.
Hmm.
Yeah, so next Friday, Golfing with Idiots. Friday after, we'll do some Wreckfest again. So next Sunday, we'll do As Dusk Falls. If that's good in single player, then we'll do that in multiplayer, which means a week Tuesday then we'll do Flight. So we've pretty much got the next 2 weeks worth of streams already.
Cleveland Center United 202 is passing flight level 300 descending 8,700 feet. United 202 Cleveland Center, continue as planned.
Alright, Rocky Hollow Field is down there in 14 of the miles.
121 decimal to southwest 1816.
Blue Knob Valley over there. A lot of airports.
Definitely
There's going to be a lot of airports in America.
Yeah.
Loretto is there. Ebbensburg over there. Strip Marta is there. Like, just look
Just
around.
stick them in anywhere.
There's a flat bit of ground. We'll stick an airport in there.
Yeah.
Right, so in 6.5 miles we'll find out how long it's going to be to our final landing place.
130 miles.
Okay, so it said an hour and 56 minutes was the ETA, which normally MSFS gets completely wrong. So is this going to be the first time it might actually get it right? Although initially I was flying a bit slow because the flaps were down. Uh-oh. Oh, my game started for a second.
Generic 841, your tree 8 miles west. Climb and maintain 4,300 feet. Expect ILS runway 21 approach via Cure transition. Cleared to Cure. Generic 841, your tree 8 miles west of Kilo Alpha Oscar Oscar.
So the countryside just looks stunning. This is the bits of America I'd like to see. Isn't the touristy bits, it's just the bits in the middle.
I don't think I actually rebuilt my
Hang on a minute.
MSFS
Hang on a minute.
cache.
Hang on a minute.
Oh.
I might have run out
Oh.
of fuel slightly on my left tank.
So you definitely don't get the warning then?
No, I was had to switch tanks. Thankfully, it was fine.
Hmm.
But I'm showing that I've got plenty of fuel.
Yeah, because it puts the total value.
Yeah. Right, 3.3 miles to wreck.
Unless
Unless that's just my fuel usage.
That's gallons per hour.
So it doesn't actually tell me how much I've got.
No.
Useful. How can
I've
it
got
not have a fuel gauge?
readings. There's fuel PSI.
I got
Oil.
oil temperature, fuel PSI, oil PSI and fuel flow, not the amount of actual fuel you've got in the thing.
Probably there's a gauge or something. No, there's nothing.
So if I've just run out of fuel on the left, I didn't fill up before I left, so I might have to stick some fuel in now. Let's have a quick look at how much we got. Oh wow, yeah, that's not a lot. I didn't put any in. Let's just fill it. There we go.
My wings are equal now.
Right, there we go. It's 1.2 miles to wreck, and then we'll see what the distance is then to our final place. Hastings over there.
Cleveland Center, generic November 36615 is at 5,700 feet, climbing 10,000 feet. Generic November 36615, Cleveland Center altimeter 30.06, continue as planned.
Okay, so you should turn slightly. Oh, there we go. KCAC, 124 miles. Hour and 12 minutes. So that's not going to be far off, considering I was flying initially, obviously started to stream, flew it a bit with the flaps down. That's actually close to being the right amount of time. Has there finally been an update then? Have they finally fixed the flight time thing in MSFS?
Well, it would have been a silent update. Because they haven't said anything about it.
Unless it was just in one of the last updates, and they just a minor thing, because it's always been wrong. It's always been we've had to work it out mentally based on knowing roughly how fast the aircraft go. So if you know that on average a 172 will fly at 100 miles an hour, including obviously taking off and descending, then you know you can cover 100 miles in an hour. So if you do a 200-mile flight, it's going to take you 2 hours. But previously, when you set up the flight, it's giving you wrong flight times. But this was showing
right.
This was showing as an hour and 56 minutes, and we've got an hour and 9 to go.
Guess I'll switch back to the left temporarily. I might need to do some air-to-air refueling.
I just forgot about filling it when I.
Yeah, it's very odd though that there's no fuel gauge.
Yeah.
Unless that's what that covered bit is. You get to see your fuel if you pay a bit extra.
Unless there's something in a menu somewhere in this thing that lets you look at the fuel level.
I couldn't find anything.
Map, active flight plan, procedures, setup.
Yeah.
Biggles and algae. What-ho? Yeah, so it doesn't say how much fuel. Most people just fill it before they leave and not be idiots.
Or it does tell you when there's low fuel. Well, mine does.
It didn't for me. Mine just cut out. And I was like, what the hell's going on here? The engine seems to be not doing the running thing anymore.
That's why I've got all of the working title display mods downloaded. Because they add in the extra features which are missing.
So, crispy there. What's that called? John Merthyr Johnstown something or other airport. That's a name. Oh, airfield down here, look.
It's a very long name for an airport.
Rocky Hollow Field. Indiana County Stewart Airport over there.
Just gonna quickly do that. Oh god, that's made the aircraft heavier.
Apparently the fuel gauge is where the wings join the cockpit. Oh yeah!
Oh, it is? What?
Hang on, is there one on either side? Yeah. So it's it's a sight glass.
So, oh,
and we've got a place
if
to
you
plug
turn the aircraft.
A place to plug the phone in up here as well.
Yeah, if you turn the aircraft, that's going to be inaccurate.
Oh, there you go. Thank you, Maeve. Thanks to Google. Your Google search history is going to be quite random, isn't it? Where's the fuel? Where's the fuel gauge on an X-Scope? You're going to get adverts now popping up for aircraft parts. Someone want to sell you a plane. Oh, I see you'll be looking at aircraft. Google or Amazon will recommend like planes to you. You've got to buy a plane. Oh, well, you can see the shadow here where we're under a bit of cloud, and it's just got a bit darker. I'm already not looking forward to the whole landing part. You got Kid Cookie switched off for that reason. Yeah, makes sense. The amount of random stuff I search for at work, I get some really weird recommendations. Oh, it's got 114 miles in pretty much a straight line all the way to Kekak, and then next time we will take off from Kekak in a different plane and continue west. So that'll probably be a week on Tuesday. So this Tuesday we're going to be in Omzi. The following Tuesday then we'll do flight. Wow, that looks nice. I'm going to go down there, out boating on the lake. Yeah, I should imagine this bit of the States is just really, really nice.
Sims 17 traffic is 1 o'clock 4 miles at 1,400 feet generic. Report them in sight.
1 o'clock, 4
Sims
miles.
17 have the generic in sight.
No, I don't. I don't have the generic in sight.
Cleveland Center,
I do.
generic November 801 Kilo Charlie is passing 3,000 feet, climbing 10,000 feet.
No, I don't.
Generic November 801 Kilo Charlie, Cleveland Center altimeter 30.12, continue as planned.
Oh yeah, I do, down there. I can see the light flashing. I'm filming tea and coffee.
Center, generic November 726 Papa Bravo is passing
There is a seat back there.
2,000 feet.
There's no in-flight entertainment.
November 726 Papa Bravo, Cleveland Center altimeter 30.
You can stare at Steve's head.
Yeah,
but
just
that's
look
about it.
at the back of my head.
Generic 6 Papa Bravo traffic.
What, would you need in-flight entertainment really though, with the view of this nice outside?
Report them in sight.
You'd be sat looking out the window, wouldn't you? That would just be so cool.
Well, is that whole thing a door?
Generic 6 Papa Bravo traffic in sight.
The entertainment is Steve's high-class conversation. Really?
That whole thing's a door.
Obviously never spent any time with
It's
me.
a very large door.
It's quite a large door.
I'm also slightly lost.
So Indiana County Stewart Airport there. Yeah, if you have just joined, this is flight number 2 of our flight across the USA, or flights across the USA in prop aircraft, where we started at, where did we start? It wasn't Newark, was it?
It was...
LaGuardia? I think it was LaGuardia, wasn't it?
It was one of them.
It might have been LaGuardia. And we flew to Friendly Bob, Tall Phil, whatever it is, Tall Man. And then now flying from Tall Man to Akron Canton Airport in Ohio. And then next time we'll carry on from there, continuing west in a different plane. Spent last night in the pub talking, okay, as people do when they're in the pub. I spent last night playing Wreckfest, and then what did I do after that? Watch some YouTube and went to bed. I was going to get up at about 10 to 5 this morning. I was awake, it was light, I thought, I'll get up. And then looked at the clock, it's 5:45. Like, oh, damn it. And I've done nothing.
I think I need to change my fuel tanks because my aircraft is leaning to one side.
I can't remember. I don't know who decided Larry the cat should be Prime Minister. Couldn't do a worse job. Well, no, I'm not going to talk politics, but I quite like Boris. In all fairness, you've got to remember that people like that are in power, it's not them that makes the decisions. They're just the pinnacle. They're the vision. They're what people see. The fact that he came across as this bumbling buffoon, I think the country's still warm to him. He'll be remembered as the one that got us through COVID.
It was Newark we left from.
Oh, was it? Okay. So New Jersey. But yeah, Larry the cat for Prime Minister gets my vote. Yeah, I haven't watched it, McBone. So when's it releasing? Obviously that's when the video came out. Have they actually set a release date? Because we have to plan that in as well, if they have.
Oh yeah, there. From AP.
It's not going to be far away.
Oh, so we'll know when the trailer video releases later today.
I'm sure I saw a video this morning. Oh no, that was the premiere telling you. Okay, yeah, it was showing saying when the video was going to release. So okay, I should imagine in the next couple of weeks. And if that's the case, then we'll have to pencil that in as well. We'll do an American trucking stream and go to Montana. When are we going to fit all this in? We've already got the next 2 weeks of streams planned. If that launches, we'll have to start... Well, just shift Wreckfest, I suppose, a week Friday and do Montana then.
Allegiant 753, contact Cleveland Center on 126.725. Good day.
Alright, so speed's holding steady at a nice 118 knots. 108 miles to go, 57 minutes.
126.725 Allegiant 753.
So Crispy's behind us. A little bit cloudier, we don't get any rain or anything.
Is this or not?
So yeah, streams coming up next week. Back on Tuesday with some OMSI. We're going to be on the Berlin X10 map. Wednesday is going to be Train Sim Classic on the Mittenwald
You are completely
Bahn,
entitled to opinions
map.
that are not supported
Thursday,
by evidence.
my first look
The moment we
at... I keep forgetting the name of it. As Dusk Falls. Friday night, some golfing with idiots. Saturday lunchtime, Train Sim World 2, looking at the main Spessart Bahn. Saturday night Friday night's farming. Saturday night's golfing with idiots. Sunday lunchtime, if as Dusk Falls is good on Thursday, which I think it will be, then might tackle that in multiplayer on Sunday. And then after this flight, more flight a week on Tuesday. So flight may flip flop with OMSI, just to break up the OMSIs. So fuel's fine, RPM's fine, holding steady at 3,000 feet. Don't really need to be up this high. But there could be something tall in front of us.
Doesn't look like it. I'm gonna drop down.
Is his old Microsoft Flight Sim? Is whose old Microsoft? Is this old? No, this is MSFS 2020. This isn't FSX.
Yeah, it's definitely not FSX.
It's yeah. Imagine living in like some of these houses, like down here off these little small roads with the river nearby. Imagine sort of growing up in that location. It's almost the thing you see, you know, films of, that your summer holidays you just spent mucking around by the river. Oh, it must just be so good.
Oh, that's a thing.
McVille, McVille. McVille will be the name for a place.
I've just seen a floating van going through trees.
Well, they do that.
Yeah.
Okay, distance to destination is going up. That's probably not a good thing.
Distance 93 miles.
Sorry, time to destination was going up briefly. I think it's as I was climbing slightly, obviously I slowed down a little bit, so the time to destination was going up. Yeah, McVille. Why have they got McDonald's in McVille?
They could do.
Cleveland Center, Endeavour 511 is at flight level 200, descending 10,000 feet.
Yeah, the landing is certainly going to be a challenge with these wheels.
Center, continue as planned.
Put these on because of where we took off from, it was just a grass strip, so I thought we might need the Tundra wheels to get off the ground. The landing in a tail dragger is interesting anyway because you can't just slam the brakes on because you'll tip over. This thing will be quite bouncy on the landing and more inclined to tip over. So yeah, the landing is going to be interesting.
Why are you constantly beeping at me, aircraft?
See, I might do a caravan next time. Obviously, one of them will end up in the TBM, so we'll be able to cover a bit of ground. Well, certainly when we get across to, depending on how we route our way across, certainly when we get up to the Rockies and sort of Grand Canyon way, something like this that's low and slow would be quite good.
Pittsburgh approach on 124.75.
So Pittsburgh
Would almost be
over
good
there.
if we time it so that we get over to the
124.75 Sims 17.
west when the
Pittsburgh approach
November
Sims
update comes
17,
out.
3,000 feet.
It's going to take a while, although we've covered a little bit of ground in 2 flights.
Altimeter 30.06. Continue
Then
as
we could
planned.
try using the helicopters over there.
Helicopter around the Grand Canyon.
Yeah.
How long is it going to take you to convert a caravan to fly? No time at all. I'll have it done by a week on Tuesday. I'll be flying a caravan. I think I can put that in the event thing actually. So I went on. I can add more of a description now as to what it is. So I can put
Yeah.
from where to where
In what?
in what, and the same for if we do a trucking one, what truck, what start. Yeah, we've added a bot to the Discord, so those of us that join in with the multiplayer stuff now can easily say whether we're going to be there or not, and can put details to what. We are always looking for people to join in with some of the multiplayer stuff. Games like Wreckfest that we did last night. Always great to have more people to join in with that. We've got Golf with Friends coming up this Friday. Always looking for more people to join in that. Flight in MSFS. This is something we're going to do fortnightly on a Tuesday going forward, rotating with OMSI. Looking for people that want to join in with that. Our multiplayer farm. We certainly could do with a few more farmers on that. That's something we're streaming every Friday night. So loads of multiplayer stuff that we do as a community, but always looking for more people. Who was at Wreckfest last night? Me, Crisp, Larwood, Blinky, Orange, and Trent. So it was a good turnout. It was really, I do really like Wreckfest. It was really enjoyable. Yeah, looking forward to golf this week, and then we'll do Wreckfest again a week Saturday. Yeah, and OMSI will continue to do fortnightly. So yeah, for now, because it's easier with the time scale than doing this fortnightly, is quite cool. We did the toilets, we did combine racing, we did the sofas. Time goes so quick in that.
You can't do the toilets for everyone anyway, because it's DLC.
Yeah. I'm saying a few other multiplayer games you want to do. A few of us now have got the Game Pass thing, so we will try some games you wouldn't normally try. So we're going to do MotoGP 22, probably just as a one-off. We'll do some Halo as a one-off. There's going to be other multiplayer things that we'll just do for a bit of fun. So whether that's something we do on a Sunday afternoon, whether we shift farming back to a Sunday, and then could do something fun in multiplayer on a Friday and a Saturday, because now we'll have more stuff to do. So I might do that. Might shift the schedule around again in a few weeks' time. Farming's quite chilled on a Sunday lunchtime, because it doesn't matter if people go off for their Sunday lunch. And farming you can do with a couple of people. Flight you can do with a couple of people quite happily.
Oh, that's what that button does.
So Lindsay is over there. And Butler County Airport over there. So Pittsburgh behind us. Oh, no, Pittsburgh over there. Pittsburgh northeast. It's 8 miles that way. So 80 miles away from our airport. 45 minutes. and yeah, it's playing flying quite nicely. So similar speed to the 172. It's one of Susan's brothers. No, it's got their own airport. Lindsay, 3.3 miles. Got to keep tabs on them because they keep wandering off. It's like a beacon to know where Lindsay is all the time. Interesting bit of harvesting going on there.
Has it been done?
Very stripy. So these fuel site things actually go, oh god, wrong way, actually going down.
Which tank am I selected on?
You actually see them going down.
Oh, it's going down.
Oh yeah, this one, that one is, yeah.
Yeah.
That's quite cool. Should be fine.
Usable fuel.
So I should switch back to the left one then. There we go. To keep myself in balance. Otherwise, I'd be flying around and running right circles. Your new computer won't play it. Yeah, it does take quite a lot of horsepower. So this is out on next-gen consoles as well. I did install it on the Xbox. Took off, did a flight. It crashed the desktop. It's like, yay! Well done, MSFS.
Am I? What am I left doing?
Oh, that's a bit bouncy. Oh god, it's getting a bit cloudy up here as well.
You need to be really careful which way you turn in the fuel selector thing.
Yeah, because if you turn it the other way, you'll cut off.
Yeah.
Did you just find that out?
Yeah.
Yeah, I always make sure I look at the way the little turny thing's pointing. Make sure you turn it the right way.
Where were you?
Behind you, to your left.
I lost you. Oh.
Yeah, my speed's dropped back a bit. I'm guessing there's a headwind. I'm back to 116 knots now. Yeah, it's struggling because my ETE isn't dropping that quickly. It's definitely fluctuating. It's not dropping at a steady rate. So my speed's definitely up and down. Yeah, I'm having to do that. I've only got a couple of games installed on the Xbox. But I'm really thinking I'm going to have to get that extra 1 terabyte, whatever it is, drive that you can just slot in the back of it, just to give me a bit more space. Although there won't be many games on the Xbox that I'll actually play at any one time. At the moment, I got what have I got installed on there? Tourist Bus, Forza, and Train Sim World 2. I will stream Train Sim World 2 on console over the coming weeks as well. Just so I can do a comparison between the console version and the PC version. And there may be another stream coming up on Gran Turismo. I really don't know now where I'm going to fit all these streams in that I want to do. I got a week off again in 5 weeks' time, 6 weeks' time. But the plan is to redo this room. That's not going to happen. We all know it's not going to happen. So there might be some extra streams that week. And that's my last week off until Christmas. I'll start planning the Christmas streams. The long train sim journey. Lake Hill down there, 4.5 miles away. It's definitely getting a bit cloudy and a bit weathery in front of us. What the hell's that? Zelenopol Municipal. Okay, that's an airport starting with a Z. Or a Z for our American cousins.
Yeah. Zelenopol or something?
Yeah. Weather definitely closing in, which I want it to be nice and clear because this is taking us straight to the airport, not on a flight plan. So I haven't got an approach, so it's just going to take me to the middle of the airport basically. And I think the runways run right to left, sort of a diagonal from the way I'm coming in. So when we get close, I'm going to have to descend, slow down, find the runway, and then attempt to land. Does a plane come with a cup holder? It's not very wide. I ain't got room for anything. Actually, no, there is a basket. There's a thing here. So that's either a cup holder or if you need a pee, that's something to aim for. Could be interesting. Hopefully the floor's like hosable, and the front of the seat maybe.
Oh, it's metal, so
yeah. So yeah, you could put your orange squash in there, and there's a little thing up here. You could put your jelly babies. Storage compartment, max capacity £1. So you got £1 of jelly babies up there, and nothing that side. So yeah, there's room for supplies. So Crispy's miles ahead, look. Pabst Blue Ribbon. That's a beer. Why have they got their own airport?
Okay, then. My game just crashed.
Oh, you're still... Oh, no, you're not. You were still flying. You can't see any room for your luggage. I should imagine there'll be a compartment back here or behind the seat. So you've got the rear seat there, and I should imagine there's a little bit of room. Obviously, well, it's a tail dragger, so you could probably get a little bit of space behind there. So behind the seat, you can dump a couple of soft bags. That's fine. You can go out on a day trip in this quite happily. Beaver County is in front. That's a name.
Discomfort. One people pleaser I knew arrived late to a session one week, more flustered than usual.
Well, eventually it will reload.
I love the fact we're getting the the shadows coming across. Indicated airspeed utility 97 miles an hour. Maximum demonstrated crosswind 11 knots. Yeah, I'll be alright. It'll be fine. So we're heading towards Beaver County. Brennan personal use airport that way. If folks live in sort of these sort of houses, not far from this bit of lake, not far from the woods, out in the middle of nowhere, no access to a main road by the looks of things. Unless it was that way. Oh, it's that way across the bridge. Right near the sewage works. Lovely. Right, 59 miles away from Akron Canton Airport in Akron, Ohio. Omeo, Akron, Ohio. So the caravan we're going to use next time a little bit fasting. A cruise about 140, 150. Oh, that's not good, McBone. Yeah, I was impressed with how Taurus Plus ran actually on the console. Obviously better on the Xbox. Someone's responded to my my video I put out on the PS5 saying that the map button isn't the shared button that it was pointed at, but it's actually the left side of the pressure pad thing in the middle of the PS5 console. Well, they didn't,
the left side?
The left side of the little the pad in the middle of the PS5 touchpad thing.
Why not just all of it?
Yeah. So because I was pressing the middle of it, perhaps it opened. So I think I've uninstalled it from the PS5 now, but I'm tempted to just to reinstall it just to see if that was the case. Because it did seem really bizarre that the map button they pointed to, which is quite clearly the share button, isn't indeed the map button.
Well, I think they must have just set it to the Xbox stuff and then just put it straight over.
Yeah.
Rather than thinking that the share button brings up the PlayStation menu.
Yeah.
That was a noise. Right. Ready to fly.
So yeah, a couple of interesting, hopefully interesting games coming up on First Look Thursdays. Flight related. 2 weeks time, so not this Thursday, the Thursday after. I'm going to be doing a World of Aircraft Glider Simulator. I'm going to give that a go. Haven't played it, haven't seen any gameplay on it. I'll play it for the first time on the Thursday, just to see what that's like. Then we've got some Train Valley coming up the Thursday after that, and Soda Story Brewing Tycoon the week after that. That's going to be an interesting one. So plenty of stuff coming up on First Look Thursdays. And if you're not there for them, they will be going out on a Sunday on the YouTubes. Right, so Beaver County Airport is in front of us in 5 miles. Hi, Jono. Which are actually nicely lined up. If we were landing there, this would be a perfect approach look. Lined up at the end of the runway. Are you back in yet, Chris? Oh yeah, you're there.
I am.
Yeah.
I'm not sure where my aircraft's going.
Yeah, somewhere at 3,300 feet and climbing.
Waypoint. There we go.
Who's the beaver? Does he have a name? Boris. There's not some sort of high school down there with a football field in the front. Yeah, so that would have been perfectly lined up to land at Beaver County if we were landing there. But we're not. We are going on to Akron Canton.
Now the flight plan's back edited.
Which is in 50 miles.
It got slightly confused.
Well, you did or the plane did?
Both. I'm back to 2000 as well before now.
Oh yeah, you're back there now.
Well, there we go.
Right, that right off the highway. Nice straight road.
I think that on
Beaver County Airport. Definitely a flat bit of the country this, but quite picturesque. So yeah, X-Cub's done very well.
Miles.
47 for me.
Really? We're 3 miles apart?
It would seem so. Yeah, you're a little bit behind. Oh, the mist on the hills back there looks really nice. Newcastle Municipal. Way aye, man. Youngstown Elsa Metro. Columbiana County. There's a lot of airports.
It's a bit of an inconvenient place for the emergency light thingy.
What, up there?
Yeah.
I suppose you just reach up with your left hand, didn't you?
Probably be easier if it was in front of you, though.
Well, yeah. Another storage compartment that side. You got loads of stuff in here. That's probably for the passenger. Passenger gets their own little storage compartment that they can put. They can bring a maximum of a pound in weight. No, bringing your big carry-on bag onto this. And I said, no. What if they're fat? You get a fat passenger, you never get off the ground.
But you wouldn't have a trouble of tipping over when you try and stop.
That's true. Or the weight over the rear wheel. Just get them to lean back a bit.
Yeah.
Just keep the weight backwards. Hi, Nugget.
You've got a brother?
Huh?
He said hello, bro.
Oh, okay. I got 3 brothers.
It was an attempt at a joke, but...
It was an attempt at a joke. The Aero Flight Centre down there. I spelled centre wrong. Someone just let them know, please.
Oh yeah, they put the E and the R the wrong way.
They have, they got me the wrong way. It's definitely getting a bit cloudy ahead. Oh, you can see that we're under the cloud. So you've got shadow here, and then sunshine there where it's not under the cloud. I watched a
There's no rain under them.
I watched a YouTube video on how they actually mapped, how they did this, how they did the scenery for the whole world. Really interesting on how it was done.
Yeah.
Okay. We did it a lot when it first came out. We had more people in the community that were flying back then, so we did a weekly group flight. So I enjoy it still. It's very relaxing. You know, I've just taken off, put the autopilot on, and not really done much. And we've got this, journey across America planned. So yeah, it's something we'll do, but probably fortnightly. It's quite nice just to jump back in it. So I'm looking forward to the November update. Because DC-3 is my favourite plane in the world. So looking forward to flying that. I know there's a version out for MSFS, but I want to wait and fly the official one. And helicopters are going to be a challenge.
The current one available is just a conversion, so it's not great.
Okay. So yeah, so November, which over the winter, not that it makes any difference to my streaming schedule anyway, whether it's summer or winter, but over the winter it'd be quite nice to do a few more flights. Certainly over Christmas, probably plan a couple in. 2 weeks off for Christmas. Only 5 months away. 5 months today, Christmas Eve. Alright, 37 miles to go. 21 minutes. York Aerodrome that way. Crisp over there.
Sims 17 contact accurate Canton approach on 125.5.
Oh, contact approach.
125.5, Sims 17. Akron Canton approach, Sims 17, 3,000 feet.
Sims 17 Akron Canton approach altimeter tree 0.0 tree. Continue as planned.
Okay. So we're 20 minutes out, 35 miles. So if you have just joined, this is the second flight in our flights going from East Coast to West Coast of the USA. We started in Newark, New Jersey. This flight number 2 takes us into Akron Canton Airport in Oklahoma. And then next time we will carry on from there, continuing west in the Caravan next time. And that'll be a week on Tuesday. We will carry on. Next stream after this is going to be back this Tuesday with some OMSI in the bus company. We're going to be on the Berlin X10. Wednesday is going to be some Train Sim Classic on the Mittenwald Barn. Thursday is going to be my first look at As Dusk Falls. Really looking forward to that. I installed the enhanced graphics pack for that as well. Friday night is going to be some farming. Saturday lunchtime, Train Sim World 2, looking at the main Spessart Barn route. Next Saturday night, golfing with friends. And next Sunday lunchtime, if the game on Thursday is good, we'll do some multiplayer on Sunday. Right, 32 miles away, 3,000 feet. I might wait till I'm 20 miles away and descend down to about 1,500 feet. Salem Lakefront is there.
Do a thing on here.
So the X-Cub performed really well. How's my fuel balance doing? So look, that's at 20. That's still up. Am I on the left or am I on the right? I am on the left. That's fine then.
That's what I want. Cool.
And Miller is
I'll
over
line
there.
me up.
15 miles to our right. That's a beer, isn't it? American beer, Miller.
Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, so flight time that MSFS actually put in is actually going to be close to being the proper flight time for once. Be interesting to see if that's right for the next flight. Barber over there and Tri-City.
I'm gonna go round to runway 1,
I'm not
which
thinking
is
that.
going left to right from where we are.
I'm not thinking that far in advance. I'm just, if I can see the airport, I'll slow down enough and try and make a turn to the runway. I think it is
well, there's
running.
two of them.
Well, okay. Let's have a look.
Allegiant 2587, you are 28 miles south. Climb and maintain.
Yeah, so we're flying in there. The
3,000 feet.
runway's
Expect
running
ILS runway
that
23
way.
approach via Alpha Charlie Oscar transition.
So
Clear to Alpha
turn
Charlie
right.
Oscar.
come in that way.
And then there's also one slightly offset from that, but it's
Okay.
very close.
Climb and maintain 3,000 feet. Expect ILS runway 23 approach via Alpha Charlie Oscar transition. Clear to Alpha Charlie Oscar Allegiant 2587.
Doing good, thank you. Yeah, 26 miles to go. At 20 miles, I'll descend down to about 1,500 feet. And then we'll get ready to make our way in.
In some very small aircraft for this airport.
OK dies. Do they? It's a shame. I've just realised that not only is the landing going to be an issue, it's the taxiing.
No, that'll be fine.
Really? The fact that you've got to just put your feet on the brakes and just release them slightly to be able to move is tricky. And the fact it's a tail dragger, so you're looking at the sky. I think it might just be a taxi pull up on the grass somewhere near the runway.
You can click space on your keyboard to look above the nose a bit.
Yeah, I can use the up arrow as well. Just force myself out of the chair a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have a Charlie and an Oscar. Stand up. Well, you probably are.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, cloudage is definitely... I think it's too far away to interfere with the airport where we're going. Our airport's probably there.
Weather data. Yeah, it doesn't look like anything over where we're gonna be.
Airport there called Crosswind Meadows. Guessing it's quite windy.
I'll fly over that actually. Yeah, there.
Right, 21 miles away. So yeah, the flight time was supposed to be an hour and 56 minutes according to MSFS when we set the flight up. And considering we've only been streaming an hour and 50 minutes and we are 11 minutes away, and the fact that I flew for the first bit of a distance with the flaps up, down, that's going to be probably one of the closest flight times we've had in MSFS to being right. Right, 19 miles to go, so let's do the descendy thing. So we'll set our altitude down to 1,500 feet. And we'll take a slow descent.
I'm just gonna wait till the aircraft turns and then I'll descend more.
And just bring my speed back a little bit as well so we don't overspeed. That's definitely a slow descent. That's fine. So Crisp's over there. Hi Alfie.
I see a plane above me. I can see it flashing anyway.
Yeah, I reckon that there is our airport, the one directly in front.
Yes. I don't know where you are, so...
To your right.
Well, yeah, but I don't know where you are in relation to the map I'm looking at.
"16 miles out."
Should make my turn over Canton.
No, I'm just going to wing it.
Around that area.
When I get really close, I'll just bear right and then hopefully get myself lined up with the runway. At least I can slow it down. I'm not exactly going fast anyway. 2,200.
Yeah, these can stop very quickly.
Well, we'll stop very quickly when I nosedive into the ground.
Well, yeah.
Allegiant 2587, you are 11 miles northeast of Akron, Canton. Contact tower on 1 tree for .75 when inbound.
Yeah, 2,200 feet.
Tower on 1 tree for .75 Allegiant 2587.
$14 miles out. Yeah, that pin in front. I reckon that's our runway. That's our airport, rather.
I think it is.
A rather tall building over there. Blimey, that's big. Surely there wouldn't be a building that tall out here. I think that's a bit of an anomaly.
Well, there is quite a big town city place.
Yeah, that's huge. I've gone to this, I'm now 500 feet.
Right somewhere.
So maybe climbing to 2,000 feet might have been a better idea. It's
Oh, yeah, those are a bit out of place. There's two of them.
yeah, they do look a bit out of place.
Wow. They're telling me something. Contact tower. Nah.
Right, Kiko
Don't do
Farm
that.
is in front of me. I'm 10 miles away.
Yeah.
2,000 feet I'm going to stick at. Landing certainly going to be interesting with Tundra wheels. Yeah, those buildings do look a bit excessive.
think they could be there, but I'm not entirely convinced.
Rainbow there.
Oh yeah, I've got one as well.
It's quite cool. Right, 9 miles. At some point, I'm going to have to take the brave pill and turn the autopilot off. And then attempt to find a runway as the weather has now started to close in a little bit.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's it there. It's got to be. So Crispy's over there. Yeah, those buildings like are ridiculously tall.
Yeah. I'm assuming there's a bug there.
Yeah, a little bit. Right, 7.5 miles away. That, I think, is our airport there. That's quite zoomy. Let's go zoom back in a bit. So at some point soon, the aircon, the autopilot, is going to have to come off. Because I haven't got an approach set up.
You could always try and land it with it on, but I don't think it would go
It's just
well.
going to keep flying me, isn't it? So I haven't got an approach set up, so it's just going to continue to fly me.
Akron Canton approach Sims 17. Request clearance to transition Charlie
Stand by.
airspace.
Sims 17 Akron Canton approach.
A very large road.
Cleared through the Charlie airspace.
Cleared through Charlie airspace Sims 17.
The airport is somewhere in that direction.
Well, hopefully, because I'm apparently 5 miles away from it. Akron Fulton is over there. It's got to be that one. Oh god, another one's appeared now. Which one are you? Unless it's that one. God, we've got too many dots now. There's too many airports in America. Much dottiness. Only 4 miles away. Oh, it's there.
Seconds till my turn.
No, it's there. It's directly in front of me. Okay. Autopilot off. I saw the control tower.
Are you sure it's that one?
Yeah, it's on the map now.
Oh, okay.
So I'm following a plane in as well. That can only go well.
Yeah, I've just seen him pop up.
Oh, it's a jet. Okay, so turn to the right, and then we'll turn to the left. got a bit bouncy.
In. Track aircraft. There we go.
500.
Oh, I could landed on that one. Damn it.
Yeah, I see it.
Oh wow, yeah, it's definitely a bit bouncy. And obviously you've got to remember,
Flashy lights.
being a tail dragger, I can't land with the rear first.
Yeah, you can try it, but it won't go well.
There's vehicles on the runway. Don't think they're supposed to be there. And Crisp's coming in on the same runway at the same time.
Yeah. Well, I've got about a minute and a half.
Oh!
Oh. How's that gone for you?
That went well. We'll just get the ground crew out to right the aircraft again. We'll get this thing off the runway.
Let's see if I can not do that.
Ah. Even taxiing is really hard because you just got to slightly release the brakes. Ah. Blimey.
Right. Maps are out. Not that I really need them for this long of a runway, but oh well.
No. The landing was fine, it just nosedived a little bit. Oh my god. Okay, I've done a thing again.
You know you can pull the stick back to stop it from falling over.
Yeah, I know that.
Alright, there's the runway.
I'm just attempting to taxi to somewhere. Ow, balls.
You're not very good at it, are you?
Oh! No.
Alright, here we go, I'm coming in.
Oh no 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 no. Just drive straight through the vehicles, that's fine.
There we go, nice and smooth braking.
Uh-huh.
Ooh, seems to be going a bit off of the runway though.
I'm just heading over here with his other aircraft.
Apparently I wasn't clear to land.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm sure it's fine.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Ah! Okay, it's like you took off then. Oops. Okay, yep. Oh, you stupid plane. No. God's sake.
Just hold the stick all the way back.
Yeah, I just did that.
Oh. Not going well for you.
Ah. That'll do. There we go. Oh my god, that was stressful. Hi Trent. Bye Trent. There we go then. We will end there. We made it eventually to Akron Canton Airport. We will carry on from here a week on Tuesday and continue our flight west in the MSFS. Next stream then is back on this Tuesday. Back at 6:30 p.m. with some OMSI in the bus company. We're going to be on the Berlin X10 map. And then back on Wednesday night with some train sim. So thanks to you lot.
Oh, yeah.
In chat for keeping us company for the last 2 and a bit hours. And to Crispy for joining me. Cheers, Crispy.
Thank you.
And to, one person now in the credits. Just got in there just in the nick of time. Thanks to Crispy and Nightbot for doing no moderation, and to Kodak Bear for following. Thank you very much indeed. I will be back with the Crispy and some other people, 3 other people, on Tuesday night for some of the OMSIs. Until then, say goodbye, Crispy.
Goodbye.